My name is Mohammed Ali and I'm a street artist based in the city of Birmingham. I've been here all my life and I enjoy painting art, and I've been doing so for the past 20 years or so as a full-time artist, making art, primarily painting buildings around the city, around the country, and I've been very blessed to have done around the world, painting murals that speak to different communities. It's about having a foundation, about having some kind of grounding, something that stabilizes me in believing in someone who's not tangible and physically present, in the sense that I can touch and hold and see that something or someone. But having that faith for me in that kind of higher being gives me an understanding of myself and of my place and those around me and the crazy world that we live in. Sometimes as Muslims, when we pray 5 times a day at prescribed times, sometimes it might be a challenge to try and fit that in through the daily life. For me, it's about maintaining a sense of discipline and a kind of structure to your day. In the same way as in the school environment, where there's a timetable in place of when you kind of have these various kind of checker points, if you like, where you have lunch at a certain time and there's certain lessons and assemblies. Kind of observing the prayers throughout the day kind of helps you keep grounded a little bit and kind of helps you just bring order to your life. I mean, the human condition is such that perhaps it might feel where there was no real order, might be better. But actually, I think we all recognize that really having that kind of a structure and a certain kind of itinerary that kind of regularly keeps you focused, it's almost like recalibrating throughout the day. There's always struggles and the temptations, if you like, and the things that pull us away from kind of that pure focus in our daily lives. Focus on a creator, a focus on kind of reflections of who we are in the world. There's all these things that are out there, whether it's our phones and devices and social media and the content that we see. All of this can actually be something that really does pull you away and kind of eats away at us to some extent. I'm not saying it's all bad, but there absolutely can be kind of moments in life where you're kind of going up and down, in fact, and challenges in life, in our daily lives, are there for us to overcome. In actual fact, the world is full of these things, and it would be quite strange if there wasn't, but that makes us better people. So the challenges of being a Muslim in the kind of modern society are there to, the way I see it, is to kind of polish us up a little bit, to throw these obstacles at us, and for us to then just understand how we can overcome and almost resist some of these challenges. We make mistakes, and without mistakes we wouldn't become better people in life. In the Quran there's mention of human beings being guardians of this earth, very similar to in the Christian faith, and I'm sure many of the others, that how we are people who are stewards, who are people who should be looking after the planet, you know, for all of us, for all who we coexist with. So I feel for me, where I've actively been pursuing and trying to strengthen my faith as a Muslim. Whilst I was born a Muslim, it was much later in my life that I became more kind of immersed in my faith and observant of it and understanding how it applies to the crazy world that we live in. So faith gives me meaning. Faith in Islam, for me, despite the negative portrayals of Islam, for me that just strengthens my faith even more so, because as I mentioned, there's going to be lots of things thrown at us, struggles and conflict and challenges to us to test us as human beings. And that I mean even in a non-religious way as well. You know, in society, whether you have faith or not, you're going to have all these things that come at you, challenges in life, creating a better society. And I think that's the beautiful thing about kind of faith and religion, if you like. Religion perhaps might get bad press. People might say, how is it relevant to modern society today? My answer to that really is, well, it works for me. I'm a graffiti artist that paints murals and uses my faith within my art. And I firmly believe that faith is something that absolutely can provide some real kind of foundation and deep understanding of our complex world that we live in today.